Ellen's not very happy with me because I'm making her do a video, but we're gonna bring back Artifacts with Ellen, and today we're going to be bringing to her childhood dolly. Yay!
One day you lived in the attic for about 30, 40 years. What do you got back in there? Oh, you've been downstairs.
I have been downstairs.
Can you imagine? I wore that dress. It got shrunk. That's why I got on a doll.
Aww.
No, it belonged. They're friends of my parents, the carpenters, and they had a daughter called Janet who was a bit older. And that was hers. And it was then given to me, and I wore it. And somebody washed it. And it then got given to the doll. My sister had one doll. Mm-hmm. I had a whole bunch. And my mother had put them in the attic, and she even had name tags. She knew the names, I named them all. Oh. And I still have one sitting in a little high chair in my dining room. It still has her name tag on her. Somewhere in the house, there's a picture of me wearing that dress. I've never found it. I've never looked for it. My aunt out west, yes. But I was the only one of 4 kids that got given from the sand because I listened to my mother and I wrote letters. Yeah, it really is a nice dress. And as I say, it belonged to a daughter of friends of my parents. And I inherited it, and somebody then washed it and shrunk it. But it does. But these moth holes don't come from the museum. They come
from your place?
From my place, yes. It used to be quite something when you were small in Perry Sound. And I don't know whether they still do it. I haven't noticed that they really do. But decorate doll carriages like on July the 1st. And, you went downtown and they did give prizes. I never won a prize, but they did give prizes up for decorating your doll carriage. And you also decorated bicycles and or tricycles.
Okay.
But it was mostly bicycles.
Yeah.
And, it's amazing. She does have quite a nice face.
She does. What a cute little girl.
Yeah. And I can't wait for my next door neighbors. They've got 2 granddaughters.
Oh.
But I can't wait for them to come in the summer and then come visit the dolls. The newest won't remember and won't enjoy it, but the other one will. Because they were hidden for a long time. And most of my doll clothes back then was a long talking the 1940s, and not even into the 50s. We're talking the 1940s. Their clothes were practically all made by a cousin who lived in Perry Sound. She knit them. But she'd had never gone to school, was quite smart. She was a spina bifida. Never walked. So she did. My dolls were all well dressed. Yes. No, she doesn't need me holding her, does she? She sits very well on her own.
She's an independent lady.
I think she is. Well, she's been around for a long time, but she hasn't aged. And I never noticed that, but I think that's always been on her cheek. I'm a little mole.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Aw.
Not anything that's been added. I mean, when I got into painting stuff, I painted myself, not my dolls. Oh, I don't know. We had a poltergeist, she was sure of.
Oh.
In the house.
What was going on there?
When I was a teenager and Brother Robert, oh, the poltergeist turned on lights and turned them off and
You.
knocked pictures off the wall. Nothing ever got damaged.
Oh, wow.
And my mother, going to Toronto to visit a friend, she was invited to leave her poltergeist at home. Apparently, when she was small, they did. They all sat around a table and asked her questions with their hands, and the table actually would answer them. Yeah.
Freaky.
It was freaky, and my father heard about this, and he went once. That's when he got married, right? He said yes. Nobody was moving that table, but the table moved. Yeah.